the way we handle family business. This all has to be handled correctly.
Welcome to the Holy Shit Podcast. It's your boy ABE from DET.
It's your boy Ryan T. the Icon.
CJ, Chuck Jordan.
What up, though, man? You know who it is. It's your boy, King Coach, man. What's good?
What up, though?
What it be like?
How everybody feeling today?
Well,
Talk about it.
Well,
Huh?
yeah.
Better
Talk
than
about
last time.
better than last time. We all on airplane mode. Let's get that
Yes.
out the way.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, there we go. We got a little static in the mic's last one. Apologize for that.
They said minute.
No, that wasn't static. It was because we was giving such heavy content.
That is it.
That it was just a little shaky out here, a little nervy.
I'm running with the bullshit he's talking about.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna run with
whatever
that.
he said.
Whatever he said. But
Talk about it.
we got a lot of good comments, a lot of good feedback off of our mental health topic, diving into some things other than pro wrestling. So we're going to keep this train rolling, make it a weekly thing, mental health check-in. Today's topic, when we're talking about mental health, we are going to talk about the phrase, be a man / man up. And does it still have the same meaning today as it did back in the day? Coach, start it off for us, man. How you feel about this phrase, man up, or be a man, however you want to say it?
Just be a man.
What
The
does that
phrase "be a man"
Yeah.
back in the day, you was not allowed to show emotions. You was not allowed to show feelings. You couldn't say "I love you." You just had to know that because I'm paying these bills, that means I love you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You fall, you scrape your knee, hit your elbow, whatever it is. Ain't none of that crying. Suck it up. And now 2025, all that has went away. That's not what be a man means now. Be a man actually means the opposite. Show your feelings, show your emotion. Especially, like for me, I got all sons. So it's important for me to show them how to be able to relate and reveal their emotion.
So you cry while watching The Notebook. Gotcha.
Yeah, a little something like that. But you gotta. So what happens is, I feel like, and when they tell you to hold your emotions in and keep it,
Yeah.
it explodes somehow, some way.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So rather than letting it explode, control it. You know what I'm saying? You be in control of it. So that's what I teach my boys on what be a man means. It means something totally different today. Don't suck it up.
Right.
Now my youngest, on the other hand, Brody be crying for no reason.
I'm going to need to suck it up a
talking
little
about,
bit.
dog, I need you to suck that up just a tad bit more. Look, be a man. Like,
Right. Man up.
man up. But yeah, it's definitely a total different meaning these days.
What about you, Ryan? How you feel about it?
I think yes and no. I think a lot of times we got to learn how to find a balance. So it can be too much of holding in emotions or too much of letting it out. You got to find that perfect balance. And I think that's what we have to do as parents is help our kids understand that balance in between. Now, I got 2 daughters, but my wife does a really good job of like teaching the girls how to deal with their emotions when it comes to that type of stuff. So as for like sons, if you have sons, you definitely got to find that balance to teach them not to, go fully out and act like everything is
crash
over.
out.
Yeah, so
Everything in the crash out.
Right.
I think be a man now is accept your emotions, acknowledge your emotions, but take action in the emotion instead of sitting in the emotion. So
Chuck, your take on be a man or man up, those phrases.
I will say my dad was 30 when he had me, and my dad does not believe in mental health. He comes from a generation where suck it up, buttercup, like get over it.
Right.
To be a man for him is to just,
bottle everything up.
I won't even say bottle it up. It's to be a man is to overcome your weaknesses. To where my example for my kids is, for my daughters is, I'm the example of it, what you should look for in a man. Someone who's providing, someone who's doing this, who's doing that, and isn't afraid to show their emotions. So sometimes I feel like it's a disconnect, but a lot of times it's just because he's from a different generation than what I am. So it's because of that, I'm able to, when I first saw him cry was at my grandfather's funeral, And he tried to be like this all facade, like I'm good, woo woo woo. But my grandma told him, do not close that casket. You're not gonna be able to handle it. My dad, I'm good, He wanted to crank it down, and when it got about this far, he broke.
Yeah, I think that was
We
the
was
first
just like,
time. First time I saw my father cry was with my grandfather's funeral.
too.
So
My grandfather, and he snatched his chain off and threw it in the dirt when they was putting the dirt on the casket. And then he stopped and he waited like 5 minutes and he looked at me and he said, "That was stupid. Why did I just do that?" But it's not even just emotional though. It's like even physical pain. Back then you couldn't show that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I remember
walk it off.
some
dirt on
me
it.
and my younger brother, we was wrestling in the room. I'm slamming him all over the place. We on the bed, and the bed was like right next to a window. And for whatever reason, he decided to push me out the window, second story.
Damn.
I
Straight
land on the
Naomi
ground,
style.
and my mom come running in there. She like, "Y'all broke my window." She didn't say, "Are you okay?" None of that. She just came out with the broomstick, started beating me like, "You broke my window." I'm like, "But Mom, I'm hurt. Like, like I'm really in pain right now." She was like, "I don't care about none of that. You shouldn't have been jumping on the bed and breaking the window." So yeah, even physical pain, you couldn't display that back then. You had to figure out a way to pretend like ain't nothing there.
Right. I think I'm still a little stuck in the old ways. I'm like Chuck's dad, man. I'm be quite honest. I believe in that tough talk and shut the fuck up, pull your goddamn britches up and get this shit done. Like last night, me and Chuck did the SmackDown post show, and then we did a TikTok live right after. And in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I gotta stay up to edit the clips. And I literally talked to myself like, quit being a little bitch. Stay up.
different for
But I
yourself.
like that talk. And I encourage it, but I
That's
agree
the
with y'all.
timing and place,
I agree
yeah.
with y'all. It is some people who, like, I was lucky. I grew around men. So I understand it, but there's a generation now that don't grow up around men.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you got to be a little more sensitive. Do I like to do it? I hate it. I fucking hate this whole mental health. I appreciate the spaces, being able to talk about it, but I don't like the spaces and giving excuses to stay weak, if that makes any sense.
No, I don't. I don't understand that one. Due to the fact that I think I'm probably over emotional. And I do a lot of stuff that my friends be like, you shouldn't do.
Right.
But anytime I stand up and challenge them and be like, all right, well, fight me about it. They be like, oh, no, bro. Like, you ain't trying. Like, no, I'm willing to fight for what I stand on. And I think a lot of times is because they weren't, I don't want to say they weren't, but it's like a lot of these young kids, they didn't know. They didn't throw 30 seconds like we did. They don't really know how to stand for something. So for that aspect, I agree with you. But sometimes it's like my daughter, we went and seen this movie. I forgot what it was. It was a while ago. But I remember my daughter was like, she was like, oh, Dad's about to cry.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I ain't. My other daughter was like, nah, this ain't gonna get him to cry. The next part will. And when I finally did tear up at the movie, they was like, it's okay, Dad. We know. But I'm like, man, I can't believe I cry so much. But it's like, at the same time, I'm not afraid to back down. I'll stand on my principles. I still have these things that the men in my life, like you were saying, to where I will stand for what I need to. But at the same time, it doesn't make me less of a man because I do cry. It doesn't make me less of a man because sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I'll do it tomorrow. I don't really feel like doing it now. But most of the time, because of my grandfather teaching me, why put off for tomorrow what can be done today, I'll do it right now. I'll stay up and do what I got to do. But I might complain about doing it the whole time I'm doing it, but I will do it. That makes any sense.
But I think that's what Abe was saying is that
That's why I said I agree and
yeah,
disagree
so
with what you're saying.
it's that finding that balance,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
what
it's the
you
balance.
got to do. You got to find that balance. You can't sit and be defeated in your emotions and make no actions. You can acknowledge your emotions. You can even show it, but the next step is
But definitely get
making
the work
action
done. You
after
gotta
that.
get the work done.
I think the important part too is like with my younger son when he cried, the first thing I try to do is I try to understand it, right? So the question that I asked is, what are you crying for? Like, what are you feeling? If you can convey that to me, then we're good and we can go from there. If your answer is I don't know,
Shut your ass up. Go to your goddamn room and figure it out.
Lost. Like now we all lost because
Right.
you can't help that, right? So if you do find yourself in a moment where you are crying for whatever reason or
Yeah.
you feeling sad, and somebody say what's wrong or what's going on, can you explain it? And you can't explain it or you don't know if it's no real words there.
Right.
Then everybody's lost. You can't fix that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of what I like about today's time though, is that everything has a label to it. Right? So back in the day, there was no labels, which is why we couldn't do all of that. You couldn't do no crime. There was no label for it.
Right.
Now they have a label for everything, and giving it a label gives you power to even fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know what it
And
is,
understand
and you
it,
know
yeah.
where you need to work. Yeah.
I'm a little bit destroyed, I'm gonna be honest, by the word man up because I live man up so much in my life. I get anxiety when emotion comes around me. Like if one of my boys or somebody called me and they sad about something, I literally get the worst anxiety because I'm just like, in my head, the way I operate is, man, get through that shit. So I can't handle conversations like that a lot. I'm the worst. Like if one of y'all cry, don't call me. I don't know what the fuck to say to you. I'm gonna be quite honest, man. I will get anxiety. Because my brain is just, man, figure this shit out, you know? And it make me like my brother, he a very emotional person. It's probably why we don't talk to this day. It's just because when he explaining stuff, it don't register because I'm so man up wired. You know what I mean? I can't even begin to be like, let's sit and cry and feel bad for a second. Like, well, we wasting these bars, you know what I mean? Like we could use these energy bars to figure it out. But even my wife sometimes, you know, like and y'all wives and girls probably the same thing. Women are different. When they go through something, it's like you gotta sit, understand it.
That's definitely hard for me.
Yeah,
too.
and then she'd be like, "I want to figure it out. I get what you're saying. What's the solution? But let me sit here for a minute. Let me feel this. You know what I mean?
That's really messed up because how you have anxiety about your feelings.
Yeah,
So I used to have that until I had to get out of that and learn. I had to deal with that due to the fact that when our boy Kane passed away, my boy Tweez was also sick, and Tweez was like, "Hey man, I'm scared," and I didn't know how to deal with it because I'm still dealing with Kane being gone. I'm like, "Oh man, we gonna pray. You gonna be all right?" And then he ended up passing away, and I'm just like, one of my best friends called me telling me he's scared about something. Who's going through something that another friend we just lost, and I just didn't know how to deal with it. I'm just trying to like just get off the phone, and now he's gone, and I'm like, oh damn, like I could have been there. I was like, nothing I could have really done, but I could have been there for him to comfort him. But I will tell y'all one thing that's really messed up is, as open as I am, I do not the same way when I'm in a relationship. I do not believe in showing emotion in front of a woman because a lot of women don't understand men showing emotion and they look at it
Not
as
at
a
all.
weekness.
That
Yeah.
just mean the wrong woman.
Yeah, that means
find
exactly.
the right woman,
I was about to
I'm
say
just
that.
saying.
When you
I
find
haven't
the
got
right
that far.
woman,
I haven't got that far.
it becomes your superpower
Absolutely.
to show them every part of you because then they're gonna make you grow in that area. You know what I'm saying? So
I haven't got that
yeah,
far.
I think
that's what it is.
I think honestly, Kane was the reason why. Because we used to talk too, and he got me to kind of tap into that a little bit more to talk about emotions and stuff, mental health, and dealing with a lot of stuff. So when he did pass too, that did affect me as well. But like I said, my wife is my rock, man. She's definitely like if I'm down, she can sense something's wrong with me before I even can even say it. Right. So being able to show that is definitely when you find that right person. That's what that's about. Right. So.
I haven't yet. I'm still single, and
Ladies,
most relationships
ladies,
most
he has merch and he's single.
I have merch,
And he's single.
and I sing, and I do laundry.
sing.
But no, really, I've
I do hair.
every relationship I've ever been in, I won't just be like all out, just being emotional, but I'll show like little bits of glimpses. And they always seem to weaponize it, so I've just learned to. Never in front of
That's why you got to find that right one.
Like I said, my kids would be like make jokes about me crying, but I've never cried in front of my other half, except for my kid's mom. My kid's mom, only time I cried in front of her was when our oldest daughter was born. That was because I was like, "What the hell am I doing with this thing?" Like,
right.
I don't even know how to be a parent.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
20 something. I'm like,
That's when you had to
you're a late
man
bloomer.
up and
You're a
be
late
a
bloomer,
dad.
B.
See how I
Started
brought it
at
back
18,
around
man.
like that.
hey, like, cause look, my daughter reminds me, like, when I'm 18, you'll be 40. I'm like, so it's like,
I can't wait till I'm 40.
What? Okay. On that note, segue. Let's bring professional wrestling into this show because this is what this is all about.
Speaking of 40,
Next segment. When it comes to Paul Heyman, Sami Zayn, and their situation where Paul Heyman was trying to convince Sami, hey, I did what I had to do against Roman because whatever. And Sami the same way. And it just brings this question to y'all. Could you be cool with somebody who you witnessed do someone else wrong, who you care about? You know what I mean? Like if y'all all run in the same circle, he didn't do you wrong, but he did somebody else you know wrong. Can you keep a person like that in your space, Ryan?
nah. I'll just be honest.
Nah?
I was slowly distancing myself from that person. Like I might not cut you off completely, but I'm slowly distancing myself. I'm not gonna give you.
Why is that?
Because I'm not gonna give you opportunity to do it to me.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. What about you, Coach?
I'm a little different. I'm gonna say yes, I can, and this is why. I've learned in my life how to compartmentalize people, right? So everybody, I have a different type of label in my life. Once I see your true self, then I can only expect from you what I already saw.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I decide to put more trust in you than I should have, then that's my own fault.
Yeah.
When I already saw the real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, if something happened and I'm like, man, you just said, don't call me if you finna cry.
Right. I'm
So
like,
if I
this
call
nigga
you,
gay.
if I call you when I'm finna cry, and then I'm upset that you didn't want to, console me or just listen to me,
Right.
whose fault is that?
That's
You
yours,
already said what it is.
Right.
So I'm able to compartmentalize people in my life based off of what they can do and what they not going to do and what I've already seen.
Basically, you'll take that person and all right, I'm gonna put them in this
you on the left
category.
side. If I'm going out to shoot pool, I hit you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's almost like we all have friends who have sticky fingers.
Yeah, they borrow money and then never give it back. So
or
you just stop.
just you seen them take money from other people, or you
Yeah.
seen whatever. So we all had them people. You'd be an idiot to make them the treasurer of your company.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
but he did
You know what I'm
what?
saying? How you gonna get mad at them when you find out that you running short?
It.
Right.
So it's almost like once you see that, you got to learn from it.
All right. Chuck,
I've been that person, so unfortunately, yes.
you did somebody wrong? You was that person you mean?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
No, I'm joking.
So it was like it was friends with multiple people, but I realized one person was doing shady shit that the other person didn't realize. So I started treating that person who was doing shady shit different. And then they both thought I was just being a shady one. But the one who was doing it knew that he was being shady but didn't want to come out. But I was like, I'm not about to out you to him, but I'm not going to treat you. I'm going to treat you accordingly, like our coach said. I'm going to treat you accordingly.
Right.
So now it looks like I'm the two-faced person, but I'm like, I'll be that. I'll be the villain. I don't mind being the villain. But at the end of the day, it was, I don't fuck with him.
Mm.
He not allowed around me. He not allowed around my kids. And my other friend like, but we all grew up together. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
But because I don't want to out him for all the shit that he's doing, I'll just be the villain and be like, fuck it.
Right.
So it's like I take friendships on a base-to-base thing. Like my relationship with Ron has nothing to do with y'all two. My relationship with you has nothing to do with them two. So it's like, if me and Ron beef out tomorrow, if y'all choose sides, y'all choose sides. But if y'all two fought tomorrow, I'm not choosing sides because my name been in and I ain't in it. Because eventually,
what you do if we make you choose?
but my whole thing is because eventually, what's gonna happen if, like, say I chose the side and y'all make up? Now I look like I'm the evil guy to him still.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all made up. We have it. As opposed to y'all shit over there. I'm over here. Let y'all figure y'all shit out.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Because once y'all make up, we back to being the dynamic duo or trio again. But you know what I'm saying? It's I just personally just, if y'all dealing with some shit, y'all deal with it. I'm over here. My name Bennett. Because I know y'all gonna patch it up because we've been friends for too fucking long.
Anybody ever know anybody named Bennett for real?
No, I have
I
not.
have not. I
All
have
right,
not.
cool.
I have
I just
not.
wanted
I
to
have
know.
not.
But I know a lot of Tyrones.
I can't wait to
I
hear
didn't know
Abe's and
Call him.
I didn't. So I just know, like, if I was, he says basically, if you was Sammy, you'd be like, all right, y'all cool. I'm gonna be cool with y'all, but I ain't got nothing to do with
And
it.
the
when
deal with wrestling, Sammy turned on the family first.
But I'm
That's
saying,
true.
Like, how you
Sammy
gonna
done
get
turned
mad at Paul for doing the same thing you
Sammy
did?
done turned on
You
everybody,
chose
though.
Kevin
KO.
Owens with a chair, and now then you decide to go back.
I'm glad you said that. It was a good segue because that brings on how I feel about the topic.
Oh, go ahead.
When I was younger, you had that ready to die mentality. Like, I remember Kane called me, lyricists talk shit about me. Then the hour later, I was making a diss track, photoshopping his kid's head off her body, and just all type of reckless shit. Because I was ready. But as I got older, I got more things to live for, and I'm not quite ready. So I look at things like Coach. I compartmentalize things. So when I see people arguing, I'll be like, hey, I love all of y'all, but that's y'all problem.
Exactly.
I'm ready to go. So don't bring me in this. Because I'm one of them ones, we going. Wherever the end is, we going to be there. So don't take me there, and I try to stay away from situations like that now. So I just be like, that's y'all problem. Now, if it's just flagrant, it's levels to disrespect. If it's just like a petty argument, y'all don't get along, something like that. Now, if it's something morally, we know what those codes are.
Yeah.
Sleeping with your woman or something crazy, that's crossing the line. But when it's just arguing, bickering, like Sammy, he had an issue with Roman, hey, that's y'all problem.
Yep.
Even what's his name? Paul Heyman. Oh, Roman didn't come save me when they put me through the table. Hey, that's your problem. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he was busy. I don't know. I haven't talked to him.
wasn't
That's y'all
even
problem.
there.
Right.
Right.
Roman was still on holiday.
So yeah, that's the way I look at it now. I just kind of separate things, and unless it's getting morally crazy and it's just, hey, you going to hell. You going to fucking hell for that shit. You know?
So I know there's a few people who like crash out for no matter who it is and no matter where it's at.
Yep.
So like we were saying, compartmentalize, right? Let me give y'all a little quick story. Back in, it wasn't the 1900s quite. It was maybe early 2000s.
1900s? What type of fucking
I had my
wooden
son in
wagon
2000.
story is this?
I had my
In the
son in
late
2001,
1900s.
right?
All right.
So, usually when you have your kid, you see things that you should live for. Mm-hmm. You open your eye. But you still might have that street mentality. So I remember I had a friend of mine, I won't say his name, shout out to Abe, who who had some stuff going on but couldn't get to where the stuff was going on at. And out of everybody he knew who to call who was going to fix some stuff. So he called me. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember this?
Keep talking.
And so he called,
It might come back.
so he called me. He's like, yo, it's about 30 people. I'm locked down for a minute. I can't get over there. Can you fix this for me? And I'm like, yeah, I got you. And I went and fixed it. It caused trouble at the crib. We wasn't quite living together yet, but she like, yo, you got a son, you got me. What you doing? Where you going?
Oh, I know.
I'm like, nah, my man needed something. I gotta run. And I ran over there, called him about 15 minutes later, said it was good to go, and then went back to the crib. And it was, to this day, we still talk about this. Because she was like, I can't believe he just got up and dipped like that. But that's been me forever.
Yeah.
I've always been a problem solver.
Yeah.
So that's been me forever.
But like we was talking, the older you get, though,
Yeah,
it's dangerous.
the older you get, the less people is on the list that can get that type
Facts.
of treatment. That's
Facts. They filter they out the way.
I ain't gonna lie. And even some of the favors comes down. Like, back in the day, all right, yeah, I got you. Nowadays, I'm like, man, I gotta go to work. I don't know if I can do that for you. And you got like a lower favor you did? I got you with the lower favor.
Right.
Can I send you some money? Let me just send you something. I
Yeah,
don't
because
feel like coming out.
I had a buddy of mine, like, day one, he was just like, hey, man, shit getting crazy. I'm like, all right, I got you.
He from California?
You need some money? I got you. No, funny thing is he wanted to drive to California. He's like, we should go tonight. I'm like, it's Tuesday. I gotta go to work tomorrow. He like, man, fuck work. I'm like, nah,
No.
my child support is based off my work. I gotta go. My babies need
tied
me.
in.
I got responsibilities.
Exactly.
I was like, I could give you some money to go, but I ain't going with you.
Man. Well, back to some more pro wrestling, and we got some breaking news in the industry.
You've been fired.
You've been fired, man. We talked about this last week. It's funny, we just be bringing shit up. We was talking about last week how, WWE, they're doing great. Are they? Are they? Niggas getting laid off. Ain't nobody in AEW getting laid off. But anyway,
No,
I ain't gonna get
Not
us.
yet.
Layoff.
That's a story for another day.
Layoff is the wrong word.
They
Release.
fired.
Fired.
They got future endeavors.
Let's talk about some of these names on this list. It's a long list. Bear with me. Shayna Baszler, Dakota Kai, Braun Strowman, Caden Carter, Katana Chance, Gigi Dolan, Eddie Thorpe, Javier Bernal, Ora Mensa, Wolfgang, Mark Coffey, Joe Coffey, Cora Jade, Riley Osborne, Jakara Jackson, and as of this morning, another name was added to the list, Shotzi Black, gone from WWE. Ron T.
We just talked about Tatum having
what stands out, Ron T, when you hear this list? What are you thinking about, man?
I'm upset. I'm about to go on a rant right quick.
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Talk about it.
The floor is yours.
I understand Dakota Kai.
If you're going to crash out, Ron.
I understand Dakota Kai because they couldn't get a push behind her because she kept getting injured, right? So that was kind of like, okay. Shayna Baszler, they fumbled it, right? They didn't know how to handle that. I'm really upset about, like, main roster stuff I can kind of understand. When you start the NXT, releasing the NXT talent, especially the people that are doing stuff. Cora Jade was just in TNA. She was just with Roxanne Perez. You got Jakara Jackson, who was part of the biggest new female tag team in the Meta Girls, and they had traction. Ora Mensa, okay, he was gone, right? They couldn't really do anything with him. Kind of saw that coming. Jakara Jackson doesn't make sense. Shotzi doesn't make sense. Gigi Dolan doesn't make sense because not only did you break up Tatum and Gigi, who just was in TNA and going for the tag titles and all that type of stuff, you keep talking about NXT being the future. You had your future right there. If you want to keep bringing John Cena back and all these older wrestlers and all this type of stuff and say, oh, we can't build up new talent, but when you got new talent that are making traction, you decide to, well, let's split up a tag team and let's let them go for budget cuts. I'm convinced that the people making this decision does not watch the product. Because if you were watching the product, there's no reason Jakara Jackson, there's no reason why Gigi should be gone, and there's no reason why Shotzi should be gone because they had something special going on. And people were excited about it. People were posting about it. People were expecting, especially the Meta Girls, to be the next up to be the women tag team champions. So I don't understand it. You keep bringing people back after you let them go and then let them go somewhere else and let them shine over there to bring them back to not do anything with them to release them again. Why is Braun Strowman gone?
That was my question.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
He
I'm
just had some killer matches with Jacob and
Bronson Reed is injured right now. They're like, oh, we got a big guy. We don't know what to do with him. Get some new writers. That's what you do.
That's what you do.
Well,
Like
I
us.
did see some writers got fired too,
Like us.
as well as one of the executives up top got fired as
Yeah,
well.
one of the lead writers got fired. Yeah.
Well, what Triple H need to stop doing is stop bringing back these old people to write stuff for new people. Like,
Right.
I'm sorry, I like Road Dogg, Jesse James, and all that stuff, and what he did in the Attitude Era. We're not trying to recreate that. We got new talent.
Bubba Ray, he got some good ideas.
Right. Bring people on like that with new ideas. Stop bringing the same old back to do the same thing that got fired from doing a job before to bring them back because you're cool with them and then, they can't write for these people. We got to let them go. No,
Right.
let the writers go.
Exactly.
And get some people that can write for these new people and new talent because they're going to drive me to go.
And that's
AEW.
one thing I don't like about wrestling is they take the character too personal. If Mickey Mouse isn't doing well, they're not going to fire the character. They're going to bring somebody else in and rewrite the show. And that's what wrestling, they just take their characters too personal. That person's gone. No. Write for them. Make them somebody special. Create them to be a hero.
Yeah, and that's what drives me crazy, too, with some of the comments that I saw about Shayna Baszler afterwards. Oh, she was nothing to this. She ain't been nothing since this. And I'm like, y'all didn't see Shayna Baszler in NXT. Right. She was a dog. She was dangerous. When she came to the main roster at first, she was dangerous. Then you got people, it's not the talent, it's the writers. I'm pretty sure Zoe Stark is probably next.
Yeah.
Usually, when you hear when you see people like that who get fired, and then people kind of throw their name in the mud like that, it's because they looking at wrestling from a different standpoint, right? Wrestling got two parts. You got the mic skill that's gonna draw people in, and then you got the actual wrestling that's gonna draw people in. If a wrestler don't have mic skills, but I'm looking for mic skill, then I think the wrestler sucks.
But it wasn't even Shayna Baszler didn't have mic skills either, though. It was she had what snap or tap, like she had her lane. It's the writers. It's not the talent. They don't know how to write for it. We get some new writers.
Right.
I mean, just like NFL, NBA, when the team suck, the first person to go is the coach. It ain't the players for real.
It ain't the players. You're right.
It's the coach,
It is the coach. It is the coach. Chuck, your thoughts on these layoffs?
Fire.
Firings.
They've been fired.
Eddie Thorpe, dude.
Eddie Thorpe, yeah.
That's another one.
I honestly been racking my brain trying to figure out why until I read this little news feed. And I know the news feed is probably bull, but it made a lot of sense. They said this Gunther and Pat McAfee is going to lead to Gunther versus Goldberg, his final match. And I was like, they got to pay the man. All that money for nothing, for a 2-second match. They got to pay him.
Yep.
Then they said Mariah May is coming up. She's going to want money.
Yeah.
Becky is back. Becky's not cheap. They're going to have to pay these talents that they're grabbing and trying to offset. I think, unfortunately, like you said with sports, like they talking about Giannis might want out of Milwaukee. Guess what? His contract is a certain thing you got to trade to get him.
Right.
You can't just, I want you, unless he's an unrestricted free agent. You got to get cap space. Right. And I believe in WWE, because they're owned by somebody, they have to make the numbers still work.
Yeah,
so we got to make the numbers still work. Unfortunately, like I think Braun Strowman, they say he tweeted like, hopefully I'll be back. He's been back before.
Would you come back?
Right.
That's my question. Would you come back? You're not going to keep firing me and thinking I'm going to come back.
If the money is nice.
No, man. No,
Brian Strowman
said, firing me. I got a family, bro.
Yeah, Braun Strowman keep taking this as a vacation. He's like, all right, I just go eat some more and do some weightlifting.
Right.
I guess.
I mean, like last time, what they say when he got fired, he went and did a strongman competition. And then came right back. And I guess it was more so because Vince thought he was starting to look sloppy. And then when he got, he lost a bunch of weight and got all chiseled, Vince was like, I thought. And then now Triple H is taking over. Triple H is like,
I don't think
hey, man, I had a story for you.
Yeah, I don't blame Triple H.
Yeah, Triple H isn't the one making these decisions. This is all TKO.
This is all the board and how they operate. And like I'm saying last week, everybody's, WWE is, why do you complain it? Because it's getting bad. And financially, it's starting to show, man. I'm telling you.
I will say one thing I didn't like, outside of just...
I'm about to be all elite in a minute.
I was just about to say, I'm not even into it, but I swear, if Brian pop up in AEW...
The part that threw me off was, like how Ron said, it was so many NXT talent that got released.
Right.
And not only that threw me was... Why is so many of the female talent getting released? When the female talent, especially if NXT is A1, why are you like I can see like a lot of the guys getting fired. Come on, it makes sense.
Right.
But a lot of the females is like, huh?
Like Gigi, that's Chemical X was killing.
We was talking on TikTok. We was like, Tatum Paxley. We kept asking for something more from her. They finally got her out the dollhouse, got her a crew. She's been looking phenomenal. And then you fired the two girls that you got to get her out the... She's about to go back to the dollhouse.
Right.
Because she has nothing else but to play with the dolls.
All I know is that this better be her leading to getting some kind of title or something.
I mean,
it don't make sense.
I should have realized when Roxanne usually does her tag up and does her menacing stuff with Cora. Her and Cora have been feuding. I thought it was going to lead to an actual feud.
Yeah, you thought it would.
But all of a sudden, now her and Julia's partnered up, and I'm like,
yeah.
Wouldn't you just go get your homegirl Cora?
Right. Yeah.
This is why. They got rid of Cora. They had to find her a new partner.
Right.
Julia, you lucky you just signed a new deal, because I'd say count your days, because they're going to get rid of you, too.
Nah, not Julia.
I knew she got a new contract.
The worst thing is, though, like Dakota Kai and Eddie Thorpe are a couple. They both unemployed, and
Didn't they just buy a house?
They just bought a house.
Damn!
So it's that type of stuff.
How would you react If you just bought a house and they just were like, we're going to have to let you go.
It be crash out Abe. That's
It's even worse, like you say, they together. So it ain't like one could pick up the slack. Y'all both gotta figure
y'all
some
both
shit
out
out.
there.
Yeah.
They better run the AEW.
Right, you better run and call Tony.
Now, the
Khan.
good thing about NXT is it's only a 30-day non-compete. The main roster people,
It would have been
Yeah,
60.
90.
60.
Yeah.
So at least
Fuck
Eddie
it,
could
90.
get a job in 30 days.
Yep. Times change. Things go on and on. And speaking of time changing, it brings me to the next question. What do you miss about WWF that isn't in WWE? I'll start it off. One thing that I just truly miss from WWF that is completely not in WWE is kayfabe. I mean, this new generation of just exposing the secrets and the truths. I grew up in a world where I was talked about so much for watching something that's fake. And now we giving them all the ammunition in the world to tell them it's fake. All the secrets, whispering, telling moves, the writers. You got Triple H in the boardroom. It's just, I hate this new side of wrestling. Just it's taking the legitimacy away from everything. Yeah. Like, imagine if we grew up watching The Undertaker. When you saw him in the streets, he was in all black. When you saw him over there, he's all black. Imagine you saw some shit, he in a boardroom like, oh, well, I like my character today. It takes away from the character. Like, what are you doing? These are fictional people. Leave them there.
It
we
really
don't
makes
need it to be real.
It really makes you appreciate the people that keep it alive, like Dom. It's hilarious.
Exactly, man. I
The
don't
greatest
want to know the
Mysterio ever.
secrets.
And if you can't keep it alive, put a mask on.
All right.
Yeah.
Coach, what do you miss from WWF that is not in WWE?
You took the one that I was going to say, which is with the kayfabe. But so my next one would be the ability, which kind of ties into the last segment, the ability to be able to book a big man at the same time when you book the small man. I feel like right now, WWE is more small based.
Yeah.
Right? So if you big, Omos, Braun
Strowman, fire.
You can't do nothing with them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Or they don't know how to do anything with them. Back in the day, we had The Undertaker, we had Kane, we had Shawn Michaels, we had it was all sides. It was cool.
Now, if they were smart about it, you have two different titles. You got the WWE title, and then you have the World Heavyweight title, and you can book the heavyweight title with the big guys.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's too much thinking for writers. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, that's
Well,
me
I'm
for
shooting
sure.
today. I'm enjoying
I
this.
like this,
I
right?
ain't got much to say. Like, let's go to you, Ryan. What are you, Ryan? They finally pissed him off.
No, I'll let
He
Chuck
done showed
go
up with
next.
the NWO shirt on.
I know. That's the message.
Knew what it was.
It's the message.
I'm on that time today.
Yo, want to go? We can go.
Coach, well, not Coach. Chuck.
I am the Chuck.
What do you think? What do you miss from WWF that's not
Honestly,
in WWE?
even though sometimes it got a little excessive, I miss being able to just cuss without it having without the bleeping and the whole, setup for the cuss. Like, back in the day, you could just cuss. It wasn't like, you know what you are? You're a bitch. Like, all accented, like,
That's
come
what
on.
That's what I do kind of like about AEW. They just say it.
Yeah,
and it is what it is.
yeah.
Everybody's not like, oh, he cut.
But
They
like I
just
said,
oh, okay.
I understood the maybe getting too obsessive with it, but even some wrestlers back then didn't really cuss a lot. But when somebody did, it wasn't like, oh, it was just...
You know what, Rock?
You a damn scoundrel.
He said, go f yourself.
Booker T having me.
Right. What you miss about it, Ryan?
There's nobody else really like Paul Heyman anymore. I miss, there used to be managers. They
good one.
were like writers. Since we all on you right now, people that you don't know what to do with and they're good on the mic, make them a manager for a minute until you come up with something. So I'm glad that they're finally using Robert Stone, but they got him using him in TNA right now, which is fine. He's doing something. Right. He's really good on the mic. Remember when you had Leo Rush?
Yeah.
Was the manager for Bobby Lashley.
Killing it.
He was killing it.
Killing it.
Who else do you have besides Paul Heyman? You don't have any Jimmy Harts anymore. You don't have any of those.
And you could the closest thing, Like a Maxine Dupree, is that
Yeah.
considered a manager?
Not
You know
really,
what I
because
mean?
she's
you
kind of
got-
in the ring and stuff. But
Yeah.
like you don't have when Zelina Vega was the manager of Andrade, they were cooking.
The best.
Even like you have Santo Escobar, but he's not really a manager.
Well, you can't have a champ trying to be a manager.
Right.
You know,
So
'cause she a
they
champ.
need
Is she a champ though? We know that's a story for another day, but
Yeah. But yeah, Zelina, yes she is. But I'm just saying, they don't have those mouthpieces anymore. You have somebody that's really, really good on the mic, and they need some more work in the ring. Yeah. Let them do that on the side, but let them hold the mic, especially for people that have problems, like really talking on the mic. Have a mouthpiece for them. They don't really have any more people like Paul Heyman, and just him.
Who got the biggest problems on the mic right now? That's mainstream. WWE?
For me right now, sorry, Minx, Damian Priest right now for one of the bigger guys. He's not really that good on the mic. He's not terrible, but he's not on the same level as like he couldn't go toe to toe with Randy Orton on the mic.
That was this girl that just got fired too, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, Kaden Carter, which is kind of messed up too.
Lyra Valkyra. Not good.
Suck on the mic.
She's not terrible on the mic,
I was about to
but
say
she can
her-
do better.
She needs better. She needs better.
all right.
She can do better.
I'm with Ron. She can do better, but she's not terrible.
Who's terrible then? She's
you
terrible.
think,
Hey, remember? Hey. What was this the whole time Becky's theme music? It didn't fit. Just she was like, y'all gonna see these
I
women.
give Triple H credit. I give Triple H credit. If you can't talk, he won't give you the mic. So I can't
Yeah.
really say it's too many people who terrible. They just don't get the chance. It's like they already know, and they don't even give them the chance anymore. So I appreciate that. But at the same time, you not letting them blossom could put you in a Ricochet situation.
Yeah, where
He hid the mic all day from Ricochet. Now what is he? The hottest goddamn heel in the business in AEW. Talking on the mic, doing commentary. You can't keep the mic out his hand. I want Ricochet to talk more than I want him to wrestle when I'm watching AEW. And it's just crazy. It's crazy.
That brings back like old school wrestling too, though.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to hear what they was gonna say back then.
Yeah.
Like you was like, I don't care who it is, everybody. Stone Cold, The Rock, anybody who get the mic, you like, I can't wait for them to get it. You know what I'm saying? I think
Hulk Hogan.
I think Solo for me would be the one who's not there yet. I ain't gonna say he's so much suck.
Yeah, he's getting there.
But
I think
it
took a minute for him to find his character, and I think that now that he found his character, he's getting better.
Speaking of character, brings me to my next question, brother. We all got daughters here. Mm-hmm. What WWE male superstar would you allow your daughter to marry?
Let's start with Abe.
Oh,
Yeah, let's go with Abe.
Yeah,
you
there we
know,
go.
and they could already be married. We're just talking about their character. You like their character. You think they're a wholesome person and good enough to marry your little princess. And mine's,
Cody Rhodes. I feel like he's going with Cody Rhodes.
That's why we wanted to get this out of the way.
I'm gonna go Cody Rhodes. You know,
we saw
he's
that
an
coming.
American hero.
Did you? I
He
had no
wrestled
idea.
in high school. He is my daughter. She's black, so he clearly likes black people. You know, I just say Cody Rhodes, man. Stand-up guy, man. Distinguished gentleman. You can't go wrong with that, man.
All right.
Ron T. Who would you
Man.
allow your daughter if you could
You
pick
got
one
two of them,
wrestler?
don't you?
Yeah,
You got two.
You gotta pick two.
Who's
That's-
a decent enough guy
That's
Who's
difficult.
two guys?
to marry
huh?
a little icon?
You got two guys.
The married little icon.
Well, I think my eldest daughter Bella will bring Carmelo Hayes around.
Oh, my God.
To be a better guy. To be a better guy. Plus, he looked like he got money, and that'll
Okay.
help. That'll take some of that off of me.
Okay.
So
all right.
that's one. Second one. That's a difficult question because she can't even look at boys right now. So, yeah, I don't know for that one. The second one's hard.
The list is getting short, man.
Yeah.
Chuck, who's a decent enough dude to marry your daughter?
I got two daughters. I'm gonna go with my oldest one probably would say Braun Breaker, just because she talks a lot. She got a little bit of attitude.
so she needs somebody who can run away from her.
She needs
She
somebody.
needs so she needs to be spirit from time to time. Is what you're saying?
No, she talks a lot of crap to where somebody might want to fight her. She's
Okay.
gonna
So he needs somebody to.
So just as quick as she can talk, as
Oh,
soon before they can get, he's gonna come out of nowhere with a
Gotcha.
spear
Okay,
and
makes
knock him the
sense.
fuck out.
Okay, I
You know
thought
what
we were
I'll say? I'll say Omos because he looks like a really nice.
He
Nice
does.
gentleman.
He does. He
There we
does.
And The other one, like, I want to go Jacob Fatu because I'm like, I know he'll protect her, but I think he's also like, she's not gonna bail you out of jail, cuz. So I'm gonna go with the ruler,
Oba.
Oba.
Oba's not a bad pick. Oba's not a bad pick.
Still
Principles,
protector,
protectors, principles, morals,
and he's a ruler.
and he's a ruler. Coach.
All right, well, y'all know I got our son, and then my daughters came from my son for the most part. But if I had to pick somebody for a daughter of mine,
Would he be
I
a
said, and I
megastar?
really thought about this.
Would he be a megastar?
You know, I thought about that at first. I did think about that, but I wanted to flip it and go a different way. All right, so I figured my daughter would probably have a lot of hair. Mm-hmm. I figured my daughter would be a very girly girl, right? And who better to marry a girly girl daughter of mine than somebody who I feel is safe enough to be around her, which would be Elton Prince. Because I feel, yes, boy.
From that,
Oh my God.
I want to make
I
sure.
pushed the mic away. I
I know they pretty much want the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
They be
He's
stylish.
not gonna be touching on her. I ain't got to worry about none of that extra stuff. Ain't no
guess you're
grandbaby
right.
coming from that
I guess
situation.
you're right.
It's all smooth.
guess
So
it is.
Elton, you know, they're gonna talk about hairstyles and all type of stuff. So
Right.
that's my pick, man.
I
Elton.
got you. Not mad at them at all, man.
yes, boy.
Yes, boy. Last topic I want to jump into.
God, dog.
We need to get this out because a lot of times we say things and then the next person say it, then it's their idea. We need to stamp this early and right now. Money in the Bank is next month.
Yep.
Who's taking home the man? Who's taking home the woman? Who'd like to start?
I'm going with a woman, Roxanne Perez.
That should be
Roxanne
it.
is winning.
Roxanne.
And who's she cashing in on? Okay, who's your man then?
I don't have one.
I can go with women's. Women's.
Why? He said, I want to start, but I
wanna
don't
start.
got the full
I said
answer.
I got to start with the woman.
The who? Okay,
Roxanne.
let's go, Coach. I know Coach goes.
So for women, I would probably have to go with Jade Cargill. She's trying to get to that top on her own and get
Jade
that belt.
Cargill.
You know, so I like that. Who does she cash in on? I don't know who she cash in on yet because I don't know who's gonna continue to hold it. You know what I'm saying? But for men, somehow, some way, the tribal chief got to get back in the running for a chip. And this is the way that I kind of see it happening. So for men, I can see them fingers getting pointed back into the air. Roman Reigns to get some kind of revenge with the Seth Rollins and all that other stuff. So it's gonna be something making like that.
I like that. I like that. Ryan, your Money in the Bank prediction, men and women. And who they might cash in on if you got that also.
I don't have it who they gonna cash in because, like I said, I don't know who's gonna be holding the title by then. But somebody said that they think John Cena is gonna win it because he's gonna enter himself, win it, so nobody can cash in on him.
I said that.
But if that did,
I said that. I
if
said
that
that.
did
I said
happen,
that yesterday.
I would be upset because it'd be two wasted Money in the Banks.
Right.
So don't do that, writers.
I said
Nah,
that. I think that'd be genius. That'd
But
be hilarious.
believe it or not, I think that the way the trajectory's been going, especially with him winning the Andre the Giant thing, like they've done that before with Baron Corbin. He won that battle royal, and they used that momentum to give him the Money in the Bank. So I think Carmelo Hayes is actually gonna win the Money in the Bank, and then he can do some conniving type stuff later on down the line. As far as for the women, I'm kind of with Chuck. I think Roxanne Perez is the smart choice. If not, it just depends on what happens with NXT. If Stephanie Vercure is going to hold that title a lot longer, or Julia or something like that. But I think I got to go with Roxanne Perez too.
Roxanne Perez.
I got my guy,
Who's your guy?
Jimmy Uso.
Wow.
Who we gonna cash in on, Jay?
Right.
That would be crazy.
No. He's going to try for the other one. He's going to try for Cena and get his ass whooped. But it's going to tell for a good story that he tried. Because, hey, let's be honest. We haven't had an unsuccessful cash in a while.
Drew McIntyre.
I'm about to say.
Unsuccessful. He got it, but then he lost it.
No, Drew McIntyre cashed
No,
in and it didn't.
And it didn't fail. He
Oh, my
failed
bad. Yeah,
last year.
CM Punk fucked him out of it.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for CM Punk, he would have won.
Yeah, and
I'm talking about you just gotta go out there and just get squashed. Jay himself. Jimmy
if it
himself.
wasn't for CM Punk, he would have won.
Right.
And if my sister had a penis, she'd be my brother.
Right. And if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
Yeah.
Well, my
That was
men's
the whole
winner.
reason for the feud. They feuded last year because of that.
I think the men's winner in this year's 2025 Money in the Bank, I'm going with Braun
Rhodes. Oh.
Breaker.
I thought you were going to say
I thought
Cody
he was gonna
Rhodes.
say Cody Rhodes.
Come on, man. Give me some credit here.
Sorry.
He will be champion by the end, so I'm not even worried about no damn briefcase with him. But anyway, Braun Breaker will win, and he's going to cash in on Jay. And on the women's side, I got to paint
I can
this
see
picture for you here before I tell you my thing. I think the main event for the women's women's championship, undisputed, it will be at Money in the Bank, Tiffany versus Jade Cargill. I think Jade Cargill will beat Tiffy that night and become the WWE champion. But earlier in the night,
Naomi.
Bianca Belair wins the title, and she screws Jade, takes her title right from her, stands tall, her and Naomi with Money in the Bank going off reunited. Book it! Send me a check, WWE.
Well, when is Money in the Bank?
Next month.
So her hand should be healed up by then.
Her hand shit, I heard it's fake. I heard she just, they wrote her off. She's not even hurt.
Huh.
I heard that was all just fake, but we shall
Well,
see.
even if it was real, it's 6 weeks. So she got
They,
like
no,
that.
they
That's
have
what it
been.
looks like.
This storyline with Jade, Bianca, and Naomi have been cooking. So they must have a good writer on that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
They got a soap opera writer on that one because it's getting.
All my children, baby.
That's
Right,
what they
right.
honestly. That's what they need more of. They need more Emmy nominated writers to come in and write some of this stuff.
Right,
Bring
right.
I mean, it's entertainment.
Hip hop writers on over there.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I think they got love
Right.
and hip hop writers. That's the problem right now.
But before we get out of here, I just want to say, give a quick shout out to all the fans out there who check us out, man. We appreciate y'all, man. All the love and support. And we also just want to let you guys out there know that our door is always open. You see the 4 of us and 5 including Meeks, and a lot of people think it's just a 5-man roster. No, our door is always open, man. If you want to join a team, if you're looking to get into podcasting, hit us up. We got sub shows. It's me and Ball Bro. We do AEW and Collision. Minx, her and her homegirl, they're starting a new show. And it's all under this new network that we're trying to develop. So if you are looking to get into podcasting, whether it be wrestling, like we're getting into mental health stuff now,
Yeah.
Ryan and Chuck do music, hit us up. I do sports. Let's collab, man. Bring this world tighter together. Pull each other up, and we can all be at the top popping champagne on a
Coach
boat
can
somewhere.
teach you how to write a book.
He can teach you how to write a book. He's helping Minx.
I do relationships too. So if you got issues with that, come
He
out.
can
Yeah.
also marry you. But I
We
don't
are
think that
trying
really
to
help-
grow
help
here
you.
at the Holy
Marry
Shit
you,
Podcast. Come
marry
join
you
the
and
team.
motivate you in the middle.
Yes. Yes. Anybody got anything else before we jump out of here?
No, just
We got merch.
yeah.
We got merch.
We got merch.
Make sure y'all jump on that. We're gonna put. Can we put it right here?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be right there.
Right
Merch.
Hey, check this out. We be on TikTok live a lot. Come join us. Everybody's allowed in those little box squares.
Yeah, it's only 9 squares, but
We have fun.
first come, first serve, man. We be killing it, man, in there.
I'm 20 copies away of hitting my next benchmark of 2,000. So if you have not gotten the book yet, go to Amazon, type it in, get you 2 copies so I can get to that 20 before the 30-day period. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Good, y'all do that for sure.
Got merch. New merch on the way. Go get that. You know, we'll talk. I'll do that next show. Not this show.
He's about to go into it.
Right, yeah.
He's about to go into
The
it.
counter getting low, like, oh shit, come on, man.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, is there a way we can get a like a code where they can save 10% or something.
Oh, that's coming soon. Trust
That's what I
me.
said. We'll talk
Trust
about
me,
that.
soon.
yeah.
We'll have that up very, very soon. Make sure you guys just click on all notifications so you can know when we're going live. As you know, Monday, we have our Monday Night Raw post show. It's either the half hour after the show or the morning after. Tuesday, NXT post show, or we do a breakthrough artist of the week with Ryan T. And Wednesday,
Sometimes morning after.
myself and Ball Bro, AEW Dynamite. Thursday is our in-studio show that you're watching right now, 8 p.m. Eastern, every Thursday. Friday is our main show, SmackDown, half hour after it airs. Saturday, we have a new game show launching. Name has not been come up with yet, but it's going to be prizes and a damn good time. You don't want to miss that. And Sunday is our special guest segment where we have random special guests on every week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, exclusively on YouTube.
And if you would like to be a guest, hit us up.
Hit us up.
Hit us up.
But until then, it's your boy AB from DET.
It's your boy Ryan T. the Icon.
One half of the tag champs, OCJ, Chuck Jordan.
It's your boy, Coach DTM.
And you guys have been tuning in to the Holy Shit Podcast. Peace.
Those says
Yes, boy.
talk about it.
Yes, boy. What?